Welcome to our discussion on AI for Good 2, the initiative that's harnessing AI to empower marginalized communities and tackle extreme poverty. I'm really excited about this, especially the way it addresses global challenges like income generation and sustainable agriculture. Absolutely. It's like they're using AI to connect some very isolated, remote communities to the global market by integrating e-commerce strategies that can help drive economic prospects. Yeah, that's fascinating. They seem to tackle a broad array of issues, from safe water and healthcare to education and agriculture. Right, and what's really compelling is their experimental project in Zambia. They're testing AI applications to see if these can really boost economic outcomes for underserved populations. Yeah, I know, and the way they're thinking of using AI is pretty innovative. It's not just about the technology itself, but about tailoring these solutions to very specific challenges. Exactly. It's like they're crafting custom solutions for income generation. Think about it. Remote communities tapping into global e-commerce, which can really open up markets that were previously out of reach. Yep, right, and that's such a powerful concept. But how effective do you think these initiatives are at, addressing, say, the immediate needs for safe water? Good question. They're using AI-driven sensor technology combined with data analysis to pinpoint water sources, which increases the likelihood of drilling in the right location. It's a pretty targeted approach to reducing dry wells and ensuring safe water. I appreciate that, though I wonder if the technology will be robust enough in the often challenging environments like extreme weather or rugged terrains. That's a fair point. Yet, the idea is to use cloud and edge technologies to deploy these tools cost effectively and at scale. They're aiming for adaptability, so even in harsh conditions, the tech might stand up better than expected? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if it can be pushed to scale, it could really transform how communities access essential resources. Exactly. And then look at healthcare. They've rolled out AI driven apps that offer medical advice and diagnostic support in remote areas, regions where formal healthcare is often a luxury. Yep. Wow, that's game changing. Getting diagnostic tools via an app can potentially reduce fatalities from diseases that would otherwise go untreated in these communities. Absolutely. It's multifaceted education solutions too. Their AI tools help deliver learning experiences to kids in remote regions, basically bridging the gap by providing digital literacy and critical skills training. Right. I think that's crucial. A good education is really the foundation for lifting people out of poverty. Precisely. And then there's agriculture. Farmers in drought prone areas can benefit immensely from AI that predicts weather patterns, optimizes farming strategies, and boosts crop yields. It's a lifeline for many struggling with unreliable climatic conditions. Yeah, that agricultural angle seems like such a solid practical application. And I really love how they're integrating several sectors together under one umbrella. Right, it's holistic. It's not just isolated projects. They're creating a broader ecosystem with AI at its center, aiming to empower entire villages. On that note, how about their mission to give resilient women in remote East Zambia a chance to lead these experiments? It sounds like they're really putting a focus on community leadership. Yes, exactly. They're not just testing technology, but also imparting digital literacy and AI training so that these communities can effectively use and innovate on these solutions. Right. That's inspiring, but I wonder, could this sort of technology widen the gap if only certain communities or the digitally literate get access first? That's a valid concern. While there is potential for disparity, AI4Good2 is structured as a nonprofit and is specifically targeting marginalized communities. They're trying to ensure that the benefits are inclusive and sustainable, not just temporary fixes. I see. It's like they're really committed to creating a system that makes sure the bottom 1% isn't consistently left behind, while the top 1% controls everything. Exactly. They're addressing what some call the reality of the bottom 1%, a wake up call to the adult world about gigantic wealth disparities and the need for solutions that can change that narrative. And speaking of narrative, the initiative also calls for corporate sponsorship and volunteer contributions. It seems like a collaborative effort, inviting AI experts, engineers, and even tradespeople like seamstresses to contribute. Yup, it's a real community outreach model that appeals to many different skill sets. They're reaching out for a wide range of expertise to make the deployment as scalable as possible. Right. It sounds like a blend of technology and community driven development, a fascinating partnership strategy. Absolutely. And here's another cool aspect. They are experimenting on the cost benefit aspects of these AI approaches. They're using real world trials with communities to measure not just feasibility, but genuine economic uplift. It's like a real test lab in the field, live, dynamic, and adaptive. Yeah, exactly. It's like a beta test for social transformation. They're continuously refining the methods to ensure that these AI solutions deliver tangible, measurable impacts. Yes. And on that note, I really appreciate how they emphasize cost-effective deployment using both cloud and edge technologies. It really underlines a commitment to accessibility. Definitely, it's about making these solutions globally adaptable and financially sustainable in low income settings. Yep, that's such a smart approach. Still, I'm curious, do you think the pace of tech adoption in these areas might be a potential hurdle? Sure, there's always that challenge of ensuring digital literacy catches up, but that's where their training programs come in. They're aiming to empower communities with not only the tools, but also the know how to use them effectively. I get that, but isn't there a risk that the technology could be, too advanced for immediate implementation? That's a good point, and it's a respectful challenge, really. However, by focusing on cost effective and scalable solutions, and by running experiments like the one in Zambia, they're iteratively refining the approach, making it more accessible step by step. Right. Yeah, iterative development in such a complex environment is essential. It reminds me of how we sometimes build prototypes until the final product fits well into everyday life. Exactly, it's like building a bridge one plank at a time, ensuring each connects securely. And with the involvement of over 900 subscribers already, there's a growing community invested in these outcomes. Truly, it's an inspiring mix of technology, community engagement, and practical experimentation, aiming to rewrite the narrative for the bottom tier of our global society. Right, and while the journey is complex, the potential to transform lives makes it incredibly worthwhile. Thanks for such a great chat on how AI can turn challenges into opportunities. Yep, absolutely. This initiative sets a high bar for using tech for good, and I look forward to seeing where it leads next.